Hi guys, Andy here. We're going to do a head-to-head today of these two devices, the Oppo N1 and the Nexus 5. The Nexus 5 got better specs. It's got the 2.3 GHz Qualcomm 800, whereas the N1 has a 1.7 quad-core Qualcomm 600. The Nexus 5 has the Adreno 330, the N1 has the Adreno 320. So you would imagine the Nexus 5 should win most of the benchmarks, but you never know. I will do things like the boot time test. I know people don't like it. I'm going to do benchmark tests. People don't like those. If you don't like them, move on, don't worry about it. But for some people, hopefully find it quite handy, quite useful. Obviously let me know your comments below on the results and your thoughts. Look at the size difference in those, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm going to start off with the much disregarded boot test. Try and turn them at the same time. There we go. I know a lot of people don't really care about boot times, and once again, it's not about how quickly your phone turns on. That's not the important thing. It's just a bit of an indication on the operating system, the speed of the device, how noisy it is. You know, if it turns on quicker, that's a slight indicator it might, you know, be a faster device. Not a great indicator, but and maybe some people do care how quickly it turns on. So the Oppo, so the Nexus 5, and there we go. So the Nexus 5 clearly won that one. Alright, let's try the Angry Birds test, just see how quickly. One thing I noticed, Angry Birds is the same, as far as I'm aware, it's the same Angry Birds. Look at the icon on the Oppo N1, it's kind of just taken just the bird, look. There's no background. The N5 looks like it's gonna, yep. Quite a clear winner there. Let's try once more real quick. Yeah. Next we're going to do the benchmark test. A lot of people don't like the benchmark test, but again, it's just a bit of an indicator. The real test or the real measure is how smooth a device is in use, but it's really hard to quantify that, to put a number to it. So we're going to go ahead and run benchmarks anyway. Geekbench 3 was recommended to me. I used to use Antutu and things like that, but someone suggested Geekbench 3, so I bought it and we're using that. You don't want to see the whole thing, so I'll skip ahead through and show you the final result. It's quite interesting. I started the N5 just a smidgen before the Oppo N1, and then there was a point where actually the N1 was ahead, and then there we go, the N5's actually finished first. So I'm sure I've scored high with that with the M5 in the past, but all the same. Now again, a lot of people get upset because I'm comparing a 4.2.2 device to a 4.4.2, but as I say every time, I'm comparing what the Nexus 5 is now to what the Oppo N1 is now. In the future, you know, it might be that this finally gets up to 4.4.2, but this might be on 4.5.1 by then. We don't know. You know, to me, it's silly to try and align the OSs like that, because you're almost generating a fake result. What can this phone do against this phone? I understand some people want to try and isolate the hardware, therefore they want everything else the same, but I'm trying to show you, if you own this device, how it compares to this device. Right, this is a little different for the GPS test. You'll have to excuse the filthy carpet. Oh, it's not settings. What I will do, so I've moved over a bit nearer the window. Let's manage a GPS state. We're going to reset that and come out of the app straight away. Reset, reset, out, out. And then we're going to start the app up at the same time. So the N5 sees 9 satellites but doesn't lock any. The N1 sees 3, locks 3, 4. Yep, locks 4. The N1 has a position. The N5's getting there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Come on, M5. No, maybe. Well, let's not sit here waiting forever. So the N1 clearly wins the GPS test. Let's see how the speakers fare. We'll start with the M5. To me, I don't know how clear that is in the video, the N1 seems quite a bit louder. I'll try and bring in, I don't know how, if you'll be able to see this or not. Let's turn it the right way up. So I don't know if you can see that, but oh, did I on camera there? Maybe I faded off camera. The M1 touched up into 82 at times. The Nexus 5, it looked like I can get above 78, 79. I have done separate sound tests of them on separate videos, and I can tell the N1 does score higher in decibels. They both have very good sound. I should point out I've done the sound mod on my Nexus 5, which maybe gave it a decibel or two extra. You can see a video of that. But I think the M1 still, well, sorry, do you know what, let's have a look at or listen to podcasts as well.
For you to decide your own level of involvement on anything.
No,
I
think,
I didn't check. They first reached out to us
we are at full volume there, that's fine. I should check here as well.
For you to decide your own level of involvement on anything. I think they first reached out to us a while ago, but I think what they're doing, and I think people are, in many ways, it's this whole destabilization. It's really interesting, and I think people are, in many ways, it's this whole destabilization of...
I think they're both actually very sort of clear sound, both very good sound, but the N1 does have the slight edge with volume. Right, we're going to take a look at Chrome and web browsing. I'm going to start off by clearing data on both. Then let's see, why not Formula 1 first. See how quickly, wow, they were both very quick. I'm not sure you can separate, I'm not sure you could separate them, to be honest. The N1 with the slight edge. Again, the M1 with just with the slight edge. Let's have a look at sort of how they. I think that's both pretty smooth, isn't it? I think I think they're very evenly matched. Let's just try. See, that was the M5 with the slight edge. I think that's possibly a dead heat. Should we try one more? NFL.com. That was interesting. I thought the N5 was going to win, then the M1 snuck through. So maybe the M1 has the tiniest of edges. Maybe. I'll let you decide. So I think you'd probably agree they're both very good devices. There's very little between them, and I guess it's more about the form factor really is probably the more important thing. Do you want the huge, big, hulking Oppo M1 or the slightly more reasonably sized Nexus 5? I'm sure everyone's got a few thoughts, comments on the tests, so please put them in the comments below. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.